Hi everyone, I'm Natasha, and welcome to Twisted Lifter Yoga. Today I'm just here in my living room, no yoga mat, wearing normal clothes, because I'm sharing a no equipment airport practice that I created for a recent trip. Flying makes me super uncomfortable, and I think I counted 54 flights that I've been on in the past 18 months. That is a whole lot of flying, and recently I did go all the way from Hawaii back to the East Coast and then of course returned. So I created this practice to really help with hamstrings, hips, back, shoulders. It's quick, easy, no equipment required, and you don't have to touch the floor, which I don't know about you, but I don't want to put my hands on the floor at the airport. So only your feet will be on the ground during this practice. I have done it in the airport. It is fantastic. It's a great way to de-stress after going through the security line or after being on a long flight. But it's also really good for any time that you either have been or will be sitting for an extended period of time. So at work, on your lunch break, this is a great practice to do, either before or after a meeting, any time when you've been sitting down for a long time and you're starting to get really cramped up from all that sitting. So let's begin. Just come to standing, feet underneath the hips. Let's bring hands to prayer. Close your eyes and just take a moment to focus on your breath. Allow the cares and stresses of the day to just pass through you and float away. Allow your mind to still, become calm and equanimous. As you open your eyes, inhale your arms overhead, exhale, bringing fingertips to shoulders. And we're going to do some elbow circles. So inhale, bringing the elbows forward and up. Exhale, down and back. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Two more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now we're going to go the other way. So inhale the elbows back and up. Exhale them forward and down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Two more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now just some fun standing twists. Stretch the side body a bit. Have some fun. Lift the opposite heel as you rotate, letting your arms go free. All right. Now we're going to get into the chest and shoulders a little bit more. So coming back to standing, inhale the arms up. Exhale, bringing them to cactus arms. So your thumb is going to hook, your fingers like talons, 90-degree bend, wrist over elbow, palm facing out. And then open your elbows back, opening up the chest. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now we're going to do eagle arms. We're not including the legs because that can be difficult if you're wearing normal clothes. So take your left elbow, bend it, right arm is going to hook under, and then if you can, reach around and bind at the palms. If you can't, just here is fine too. But I'm going to bind at the palms. Make sure you don't stick your butt out or arch your back. Try to keep your tailbone tucked, extended spine. Inhale, lifting elbows away from your chest. This really broadens across the back. It helps when you've been slumped over there, all crunched up in a chair. Okay, let's do the other side. So your right elbow is going to bend, your left arm scooping under and binding over. Inhaling, lifting the arms away from the chest, keeping the spine long. And as you inhale, think about lifting even more. Getting even more into the shoulders and chest. They're definitely a problem area when you've been sitting for a long time. Interlace the fingers and then flip your palms out. Inhale your arms overhead. Try to give your ears space by drawing the shoulder blades down instead of scrunching them up. And once again, don't overarch. Keep that nice neutral spinal position, tailbone slightly tucked. You can gaze up if it doesn't pinch your neck, or you can just keep your gaze forward. Bring the arms forward and really activate through the shoulders, pushing your hands forward as if you were in a push-up or chaturanga. So instead of here, push forward, activating through the shoulders. Once again, keeping the tailbone slightly tucked instead of arching. Now we're going to open up on the chest by bringing your hands behind you and interlacing your fingers. You can keep palms together, or you can let your palms separate. And we're not trying to reach all the way up here. Just give enough separation between your body and your hands that you can feel a nice gentle stretch. And as you do these things, especially if you've been sitting, you may notice that it's a little more difficult than normal. You know, that's absolutely fine. Every day is different. And that's really what yoga is about, is accepting what your body can do today, not what it could do before you sat for 8 or 10 hours. You know, so just work with what you have today. Also going to get a bit into the hamstrings, just bending at the knees, especially if you're feeling tight, to come forward. Once again, not trying to get the hands to the floor or anything crazy like that, just bending at the knees as you need to for tight hamstrings from sitting. Allowing the hands to drop however far is comfortable for you today. Inhale it back to standing. Gonna get a little bit more into the front of the shoulders before moving on more to the legs. So re-interlacing the hands. Bring the outside of your left hand to the outside of your right side body here. So like that, interlacing your hands, palms together, opening up through the chest instead of caving forward, opening up. You'll probably feel this one in your left shoulder, particularly along the top and front. bring over to the other side. So back of the right hand against the left side body. Spine nice and tall, opening up the chest. I know that my hamstrings get super tight when I've been sitting for a long time. I think I'm still tight from my last flight a few days ago. So let's come back to standing, shifting the weight over to the right side to begin with, making sure to really activate the quads to avoid hyperextending the knee. Keeping that nice neutral spinal position instead of arching as you grab the left ankle with the left hand. Try to keep the knee pointed down and draw your foot in however close is comfortable. Let's go over to the other side. So weight on the left, drawing the kneecap up, activating through the quads, maintaining a slight bend if you need to avoid hyperextending, grabbing the right ankle with the right hand and gently stretching. I really love balancing poses at the airport because they require you to really stay focused and have a calm, equanimous mind that really helps when you're on a plane or have to go to a meeting, whatever the case may be. They help you stay focused and centered and mentally balanced as well as physically. The next pose is the most challenging of this little sequence. It's sort of a standing half pigeon. So only go as far down as is comfortable for you today and what you're wearing. So let's start on the right leg again. You're going to bend the left knee, hooking the ankle over the thigh, pressing that knee out as you sit back, as if you're sitting into a chair. And this, I've found, is a lot more difficult in shoes if you're used to balancing barefoot. Make sure to flex this foot to protect the knee. Keep your hands where you need to. I'm going to bring mine to prayer. Make sure to extend the spine, keeping the chest up. And if you find a nice steady gazing point a few feet away from you, it can really help you maintain balance. Drawing the belly in towards the spine, keeping the core engaged and the spine long. This one is so great for your calves, for your glutes, for your hamstrings, hips. Really great when you've been sitting. Right, let's go to the other side. You may need to shake out your legs a little bit. Coming over to the left foot, so hooking right ankle over the right thigh, foot flexed, knee pressing out as you sit back. Finding that steady gazing point, only sinking as low as you can without rounding forward. Now we're going to come into Malasana. So get your feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart, and we're going to sink down into a squat. Try to keep your spine extended, as always, instead of arching forward, and only go down as far as you can today. So if that's here, that's fine. I'm going to come all the way down, and if you're down here with me, try to get the outside of your upper arm against your knee, gently pressing open. Close your eyes. Take another moment just to feel your body and get in touch with your breath. focus on your breath and the calmness of your inner body. And try to remember this feeling so you can carry it with you out into the day. Slowly come to standing. Inhaling the arms up and then down. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope that you enjoyed this equipment-free practice and that it helps you out. If you like it, make sure to stop by next week for a practice I developed to actually do on the airplane. That's right, airplane yoga. It'll be filmed here as well. It was kind of awkward to try to film on the plane, but it's some great little twists and shoulder stretches to really help stave off all that cramping and discomfort of being on the plane. So until then, thanks so much, and I hope to see you again soon.